everyone, this is Isaac here, and here's something different for once, a different review. I've been brainstorming ideas on how I'd want to review old movies for a while now, and hopefully I can come up with something at some point, but I also decided that a good starting place would be with a re-review of something I've already reviewed. In this case, The Batman. When I first saw it in March, I was very conflicted on it. There were a lot of things I liked, but also a good amount of things that I wasn't a fan of at the time, mainly with the writing and pacing. Now, I seem to be in the minority with this opinion, as a lot of people seem to like it. Hell, at the time of me writing this, it's currently the highest grossing film of 2022. Granted, that spot will probably be overtaken by something like Jurassic World Dominion or Avatar 2, but over $700 million is quite impressive. Anyways, with all these factors, I thought to myself, should I reevaluate this movie? I mean, I've changed my opinions on plenty of movies before, but more often than not, I end up seeing more cons than pros. With The Batman, I had more of an opportunity to find good aspects about it since I had seen other people's reviews and listened to what other people liked, so I figured I should go back and rewatch the film to see if what people said held any scrutiny. And after watching it on HBO Max, all I can say is that I did not give it nearly as much credit as it deserves. It's still not perfect, but it's way better than what I thought of it at first. So, what did I like about The Batman this time? Well, while I still thought the pacing and runtime were the biggest problems overall, and while I'm sure the writers could have gotten the same ideas across by shaving off 20 or even 30 minutes of the film's runtime, the writing was still great at showcasing the intricate details of Bruce Wayne as a character beyond being a brooding vigilante. Robert Pattinson, while no Christian Bale, does his best with his role. He has some great chemistry with Zoe Kravitz's Catwoman, and it was interesting seeing this more grounded take on Bruce Wayne, where he's less of an eccentric playboy and more of an isolated recluse. Also, one of the things I liked even on my first viewing was the Riddler, and he still works well as the antagonist here, and Paul Dano plays the character very well. Plus, it's interesting how the Riddler sort of won in the end, since even if he was imprisoned, he still destroyed a large amount of Gotham. In other words, it's basically the meme, I've won but at what cost, for Bruce. And going beyond the writing, there's still a lot to like. The movie's tone definitely feels like a Batman comic where it's dark and serious, but not to an over-the-top degree thanks to some great direction from Matt Reeves and an overall atmosphere that really makes Gotham City feel like a crime-ridden hellhole. In addition, the cinematography is fantastic, the action scenes are exciting, albeit few and far between, and the score is absolutely godlike. I stand by the claim that Michael Giacchino is the modern John Williams, and this movie is proof as to why. Now, as I previously mentioned, there were some things that held me back from giving higher praise to this movie, such as the clunky pacing, the preposterous runtime, and some awkward dialogue, but overall, The Batman is definitely worth the hype it received, and I fully understand why so many people liked it. I, for one, wish I could have liked it a bit more, but for what it's worth, it's still a great movie. Originally, I gave it a 6 out of 10, but now I'm bumping its score up to an 8.5 out of 10. Yeah, this review was kinda short, but I guess I just wanted to get something out before my review of Multiverse of Madness, and I'm gonna go more in depth on that in a second. I'm just going off script, but anyways, this sure was interesting. I guess it's nice to be able to mix up my content a bit, especially since most of the stuff I make nowadays is just my reviews, and I do plan to make more videos like this in the future, so keep your eyes peeled. Anyways, thank you all for coming to my TED Talk, subscribe if you want to see more garbage like this, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!